Hello, and welcome back to Xpwaste, where I can sum up the next 2 hours of your life by saying, start preparing for sailing now. Hi, I'm Oxie.
And I'm Michael. And apparently that's the episode. Have fun, folks. Just kidding.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thank you guys so much. If you want to listen to more of us, there's a link tree in the description of this episode down below. We'll see you guys next week. All right. Sick.
Now
Awesome.
we have to do that thing where you're trying to fill a 1,500 word essay, but the topic is very simple. Anyway.
Bro, for me, the topic is why, and I dead ass just wrote, why not? ? Handed the paper and then left. So,
damn.
For me, that's how I'm feeling right now.
Well, okay. If you're new around here, welcome. We're Xpwaste. We're a podcast that talks almost exclusively about Old School Runescape. We always say almost exclusively, just as a little disclaimer for you out there who don't like when we don't talk about it. So we gotta warn you every single week that, hey, listen, it's gonna happen. We are an Old School Runescape podcast, but Oxie and I we can yap, and sometimes we can't control how we yap or where we yap. It just kind of comes out. So that's us. We're Xpwaste. If you're not new around here, welcome back. I'm back. Last week didn't feel like I was back just because we recorded like maybe an hour and we pre-recorded the first part. So I feel like I'm back in the saddle. Thank you, Heartless, for taking over for that week. It was wonderful. I listened to the show the morning it came out. My wife and I did like a little overnight trip to New York, and we had like a 2.5 hour bus ride. And I listened to the episode the entire bus ride, and I genuinely cackled a bit. It was great to listen to. So you did wonderful. I did hear that somebody is enjoying their Iron Man. I don't know.
Yeah, Heartless isn't an endgame player. I would hope he's enjoying his Iron Man at this point.
You can't deny
it.
It
Would make
Oxie.
no fucking sense if he wasn't liking it.
You can't deny it. You said it multiple times. I heard you, and I think that is exciting for you. Except for the fact that like 2 weeks from now, well, the Iron's basically dead again. So
yeah, I was gonna say, have fun. You have the Iron Man for about 10 more days, if that.
Well, it's fine. I'm prepared to play the group with Ralph basically for the next couple of months. Me and him will have fun doing things. We'll get you back. We'll get you guys back because like there's still going to be stuff that you can AFK in the main while maybe you're doing something else, or you'll AFK on the Iron and I'll see you at Crab because I still got to get 99 defense.
Landlocked GIM.
Landlocked. Well, Oxie, how are you? I know that like you said you're tired, but that's to be expected at nearly 10 o'clock your time on a Sunday night. It is 10 o'clock, actually.
Yeah. Feels like 11 o'clock because we have the time change from Saturday to Sunday. So it's even later. I've had the busiest week of my life.
Really?
In the last week. Yeah. I actually had a pretty good day on Monday. I had to take some sick time to take B to the vet. She's fine. She's just gross. And I had to get her sanitary shaved. So I had to give her cat Xanax, and they had to do a UTI test, and I had to leave her at the vet. So I just took the whole morning off, wanted to work at 2. Monday was great, but Monday started a stream of long days with long days that were fun, but just felt like no reprieve. Monday I had practice. On Tuesday we did this like Smashing Pumpkins event. It's a big de-stress relief for my therapy group at the university. Smashed like 120 pumpkins, and I was pretty much like the MC. So I was being very extroverted all day, and then I had to go teach a brand new class of children and then adults. So I had 2 different brand new classes to teach for beginner fencing. Got home super late that night. Wednesday, we went to a Pistons game, which was awesome. They beat the shit out of the Magic. It was great, but it's still a drive to downtown Detroit. Didn't get home till super late that night. Thursday, full clinical caseload. Went to fencing. Tired. Got home, shockingly, super late. Friday, went home for Halloween, dressed as Blathers. Those bastard kids at work didn't know who I was, by the way. Pretty much everyone except for like 2 of my colleagues within the Division of Student Affairs was like, oh, wow, you just really wanted to look nice for Smashing Pumpkins. I'm like, you motherfuckers. I am in an Argyle vest with a green bow tie. I am Blathers from Animal Crossing. It's driving me insane. 98% accurate, but still. Went home for Halloween. That was a great day. Still a lot of driving. We were still up very late, like 1:32 in the morning. Saturday, I'll blow your mind when I tell you this. Long day. A lot of driving. Though Saturday I did get some time to just like chill and hang out. I did some CG. CG's feeling very automatic at this point.
Yeah,
And
aren't
then
you
I
up to
did
100 KC?
Coliseum. 107, 108, something like that. I don't
Nice.
know. Did some Coliseum, made it to, I think the wave order was 10, 4, 5, 6, 11. And then after wave 11, I was like, dude, I'm going to bed. I had a dynamic duo proc. And I was literally in VC with Tiki. I'm like, please, Tiki, we need the most humble double south in the world. Because I know I'm going to get double south with dynamic duo on. I just need something humble, like double major or double ranger or something. I got range manticore and the shocker wrapped itself around the pillar. So I was like, I guess I'll go fuck myself. I don't know.
Oh no.
So I couldn't. I was like, whatever. And then today I went to a Lions game. So go Lions. I got my grit chain on still because I told the missus, I'm like, fuck it. I've been gone for, what time is it? 14 hours. And I'm recording in the grit chain. We left at 7:10. I left my apartment at like 7:10 this morning. Woke up like 6:30. We left at 7:10. Picked up the missus, went down because my extended family tailgates. I was at the tailgate for a couple of hours. It was awesome. Went to the game, did all the game stuff, had a very stressful experience watching the game. Not because anything bad happened, but the Lions lost. And whenever the Lions play, I am a ball of stress to begin with. So the game itself was fun. It was a lot of fun. Losing 27-24 against the Minnesota Vikings of all people. Now Michael's finally filled in on why I was kicking people out of the Discord chat earlier because they kept saying shit like skull and sending Vikings gifts. Now Michael, who knows ball, is up to speed. But like other than the loss, the game was a lot of fun. We could have played better. We need an offensive line at this point. Every single one of our linemen damn near hurt themselves today. That's neither here nor there. Then we saw my dad. He's back in town finally, and he was back in town for tonight, and he's leaving tomorrow morning to go back to his detail job. And then we got food because we're like, damn, we haven't eaten since 10 a.m. and it's 7:30. And then I went back and then I saw the missus' family for a few minutes. And then Michael is like, hey, wakey, as I'm on the freeway. And I'm like, just respond to him and tell him that I'll be ready at 8:30 his time. And then I got home and looked at my phone and it said like 9:28. And I went, time to make the donuts. Time to record a podcast episode. So I've had the busiest week of my life, and the bare minimum I have had to play RuneScape, we've been bumping and grinding and doing Colo and CG because it's one of the two. I'm either going to get the enhanced or I'm going to get the quiver or I'm going to do neither one of those things. Because honestly, I was talking to Tiki about it last night after I wiped on wave 11. I was like, that's the last time I'm going to get to play RuneScape until like Thursday night. Probably. Like, I just don't know when I'm going to be able to. Not even Thursday night because I have to go. No, I have to go to Grand Rapids for a fencing tournament. So, no, I won't even be playing tonight when the episode comes out. I don't know when the fuck I'm going to play RuneScape again.
Damn.
I'm a busy woman.
Yeah, you
all
are.
the time. So,
well, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Anyways,
we could have.
You guys gonna enjoy this reuse commercial.
We could have called out.
We can't. The reason I don't want to call out is because we are approaching the time of year where we call out a lot, and we do our like every other week.
True.
The agility arena ticket spawned on the tile next to me.
Oh,
this is actually so hot because I go back to the middle every time to give myself something to do. So hot.
Jagex knew you needed a break.
So yeah, we call out a lot after Thanksgiving. It's like Thanksgiving, and then we do every other until like the week after New Year's or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, dude, it's already gonna be November, like 5th or 6th by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah, crazy.
So like we're at the point we really can't take a week off. And as content creators, we really can't take a week off when sailing is on the cusp. So despite the fact that I am hard considering texting my boss and being like, yep, I need a sick day or sick morning for the sole reason that I just want to sleep. We're here and we're gaming. How have you been, Michael? What have you been up to since you've been home?
Since I've been home, I don't have like a day-to-day breakdown like Oxie did.
I only had a day-to-day breakdown just because of how wildly busy
you've been
it was.
busy.
Like literally, I felt like I left my house at like 7:40 for like 5 or 6 or 7 days straight.
Ugh.
And then didn't get home until like well after 9:30 every day. So it was like I had a multiple 14-hour days. And for everyone who works like overnights or blue collar jobs, are like, yeah, that's what
Are
life
you working
is.
part-time?
Not for me, bitch. Like it's not like that for me. And good God, I don't know how people do. Like I've met nurses who do like 412s a week.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get stuck with the back 4 back. I have no fucking clue how y'all do that. That's crazy.
I'm simply not built like that. I'm built for the 9 to 5, and that's what I like. But my week has been pretty uneventful. I think the fact that Oxie was so busy is perfectly balanced by the fact that I was like not busy. So on Monday and Tuesday, I had to kind of like speed edit because Wednesday was going to be like a busier day for me. It was my first day back to work since I've been out, and we usually watch Survivor on Wednesday night. So that didn't end up happening because I needed to push editing into Wednesday, which was fine. But the fact that there were so many different like video tracks on the edit, it took like 3 hours to export, and I didn't finish editing until like 8:30 on Wednesday night. So I was up till like at least 1 o'clock posting the episode. And then while it was posting and stuff, I was doing a bit of Gridmaster, which I still haven't finished. And I don't know that I care to finish it. I'm content with where I'm at. I think right now the 3 things that I have left would be like a top unique, which I could do. I would need to do a 30-minute Inferno and then all 4 Awakened bosses, and I think I would be done. But
you did Coliseum?
Oh my gosh. So while the video was exporting, those 3 hours, I tried to call it. I didn't try. I did the Coliseum twice, got it on my second try. I hit wave 6 or like, yeah, I was at wave 6, and then I just got stacked out. My last stand was
wave 6 brick wall.
Yeah. But after that, I stopped running around with like a chicken with my head cut off, and I actually like stood behind the pillar and waited for my last stand to regen before I attempted to kill things. But it was so messy, bro. It was so messy. I was shark brewing what felt like the whole time.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say I looked up a guide on how to solve stacks. I don't know why I thought that.
No.
I don't know why I thought you were going to look up a guide on how to actually do Coliseum when you had Infinite Shark and Infinite Brew. That makes perfect sense. You had a 55-minute Coliseum because between every single wave,
it was. No, it wasn't between every wave. It was only after I used it. So it was like twice. But I think my actual time was like 25 minutes for the one that I actually got my quiver. So it was quick, but it was messy. It was so messy. I mean, I did it. That's all that matters. And now I have the spec relic, which is great. And so I did the Coliseum, and I was like, okay, I have the spec relic. I can just go and do my 30-minute Inferno. And I did the Inferno one time, and I won and done, but it was 33 minutes by the time I got to Zuck. And then I died at Zuck because my last stand had procced at triple Jads. So didn't get the completion there. Probably could speed it up a bit with some pre-hits. Because like it's a lot of running around whenever after a wave, they almost always spawn on the other side of the room. And so there's just the efficiency things that I would need to do if I was going to do the Inferno and get my Inferno Cape in Gridmaster. And then the Awakened bosses, I'm not even sure if that's a road I want to go down right now, because I mean I tried Vardorvis without the spec relic. It'd probably be very easy with the spec relic now, but it's like farming the orbs and all of that just to get the points. At the end of the day, I think I have enough points to buy everything I want. And I kind of want to talk about Gridmaster just as kind of like a closing thing for me, because I know that you and Heartless talked about it a bit on y'all's episode. But for me, Gridmaster was a lot of fun. As a very limited time game mode, I think that everything was pretty much balanced as far as like XP and relics. The rewards are something I have an issue with. Once you get to the end, once you've done the grid, you're a god. You have pretty much all best in slot things that you would ever want, but then there's nothing to do. This has been pretty much a sentiment from everybody that I've talked to who has completed it or I've heard talk about it, is like, once you're done, what is there to do? So I think that having some of those gear unlocks earlier would have been really nice. Like basically I would get the 1,000 dragon ward, I would get the necklace, the ring, and the helmet if I completed the grid. And at this point, there's really nothing else that I want to do in Gridmaster that requires any of that gear. So at the end of the day, you do the grid, you get the cool stuff, but then you're kind of just left with nothing else to do, which is something I hope gets addressed in the next time that they do this, because I was thinking about it and it's like we didn't see nearly all the bosses that they could have done. Like there was no Muspa task. There was no like, yeah, they had a small spattering of random things, but there's so much more. If they were to do another, like, was this a 5x5 or 7x7? I can't remember. Whatever size they do, if it's a 7x7, they have a lot of options when it comes to filling those tiles with other bosses and other challenges, that they could do another 4-week grid, make it completely different, and add a different challenge or a different set of rewards or something. But I think as far as like overall balancing, it was pretty great. I'm hoping that some of the stuff that we saw in the grid makes its way to leagues. Like it would be really nice to be able to chain skills together in leagues. I know you don't need it, but just the ability to, if you linked something to, like, say, agility, you're passively training agility the entire time. So then now you're passively training 3 skills the entire time. That's hype. They could shorten the league a bit.
For years, we thought that's what Equilibrium should be.
Yes.
Equilibrium should be whatever you're training latches onto your lowest skill.
Yeah.
If you have base 70s, but level 1 rune crafting, every single activity you do trains rune crafting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's truly the maxing relic. That is what Equilibrium should be. None of this, like, you gain extra XP based on your total. What?
No.
That's the stupidest fucking relic ever. It's just bonus XP.
Mm-hmm.
In a game mode where you get 16 times XP.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
If they offered Equilibrium as you can like link 3 different tiers or 3 different categories of skills. So you have your combat, your gathering, and your support. If they just, once you unlock Equilibrium, you choose your 3 your 3 things, your 3 categories, I think that would go over really well. And that would kind of reinvigorate and rejuvenate that relic to be way, like, as strong as some of the other choices that they're giving you now that League 6 and, well, Leagues 5 gave us some of the best gameplay we've ever seen in a league. It would just be the next step, I think. It would actually make that relic somewhat of a competitor in the other, like, in its category. Because I would seriously consider that if it was up against something like the Farming Relic or the Slayer Relic. Like, give me something that's going to just let me get total levels and max my account. Because I always like when it comes to a league, you have enough time to max. It doesn't feel as stressful going into it whenever it's like, you got 8 weeks. It's very doable to max in 8 weeks on a league. I thought about trying to max in Gridmaster, but then I'm like, but why? What is the overall? What is the point? There really is no point. We have at the time of recording, we have a week, or not a week. We have like 10 days, but at the time the episode posts, we have about a week left in Gridmaster. You were giving me eyes earlier, and I know that you want me to complete the grid. I'm not taking it off the table. It's just I don't really have any motivation at this point to do it. Like the 10 days that I was out of town, basically with just my iPad, kind of zapped some of that motivation, because I could have been done. If I didn't go on vacation, I would have already said, the Gridmaster's done. I know I still have time, but
everything you have left to do is solo activities.
Yeah. Well, I'll think about it. I mean, we have sailing to think about now, and that's kind of where my head's at.
Don't do that. Don't run from this. Don't make me call the dogs. Running. Don't make me call the dogs.
Bro, I'm not running. I think legitimately, if I want to train sailing the day it comes out, there is still stuff that I need to do on my account. There's still other goals. So take sailing release as like the end of the year. That's kind of how I look at it. Yes, we have other events that we're doing in the clan that we'll take a break from, but like once sailing comes out, am I gonna want to do anything else? I don't think so. And so the other goals that I have for 2025, I'd like to get them done. And taking the next 10, 15 days, whatever it is, until sailing comes out would be kind of nice because I'm not far off. I'm quite literally 14 total levels away from completing my 2025 skilling goals, which is base 85s and base 99s in all my combat stats besides prayer. It's very doable. In the AFK time that I have left, I'm begrudgingly training agility right now, which I don't know. I remembered agility being a lot more fun than it is, but I think it was just the fact that I had that mindset of like, I want to get this done and I'm just going to do a mindless run around Ardoin. But when you're not 90, doing it in Prif is not the same.
You want to know why you shouldn't be doing it in Prif?
Why?
Because there's better training methods.
What's the better training method that I can do on the podcast?
Read my mind.
I can see it on your forehead, but I want you to say it.
No. I want you to say it.
I want you to say it.
I want you to say it because you know what it is and you've refused to do it on one account. And now it's time I think you learn to do it on the other account because then you won't have to worry about it.
Listen, I don't need to do Brimhaven agility until after I max, just like you.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I meant. Brimhaven agility.
I know that's what you meant.
You don't need to do Brimhaven agility until you max. But if you do, just know that the first 4 sets of obstacles on Brimhaven agility are very easy to do by the time you hit the level for the final obstacle on Brimhaven agility at 92. So once you do the first 4 obstacles, like the pillar jump and the wall cross and the blades or whatever, 92, and you finally unlock the matrix dart, whatever it is, it's substantially easier once you know how to do all the other 4 obstacles. So you should do that now while you're in the low 80s, and then you won't get so pissed off when why is every single person on my friends list asking me to do Tob? I think this is some sort of this is like the 3rd person who's just randomly DM'd me and said Tob ? I think this is some sort of scam, some sort of ploy. I guarantee you, Tiki, I didn't even need to look at my screen. A message from Tiki Mug, Tob ? Yeah.
He's in it for the memes.
I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I can't Tob. I can't Tob while I'm not recording in a state like this. I can't Tob, period. We did a learner event this week, and I would always be like, I'd pop into the VCs, and they'd be like, yeah, we're taking learners. I'm like, you got room for one more? And teachers would be like, yeah, we're not really here to gatekeep. Sure. I think I went with like Elvin and Goose or something. And I'm like, yeah, you guys got room for one more? They're like, yeah, we could do a 2 + 3. And then I showed up and they're like, who's the 3rd learner? I said, me. I'm so fucking tired. I don't want to teach. I don't want to talk. I might as well be a learner.
Click boss.
They're like, okay, learner, what's your role? I'm like, North all. I'm tired. Just let me freeze my crabs. Like,
oh, speaking of Tob, after the fun with the Coliseum and failing at the Inferno on Wednesday, I think Thursday or Friday. Was it Thursday or Friday? I think it was Friday night after Halloween. No, it was Thursday. Sorry, it was Thursday because Friday night was Halloween. Thursday night went on some Tobs with the old Tob event that we just completed, and I'm finally ranked in Tob on one account. I don't think I actually am ranked on my main, sadly enough. But I hit 5 KC total on the iron. And I made it through P2 once out of the 3 raids that I did. Tob is not that difficult. I think if I look back at the times that I was doing chambers, it was in the beginning was nerve-wracking, and I was nervous, I was anxious, I was like, I can't do this. And then what, like 100, 200 later, I'm like, yeah, let's just do some chambers. It's brain dead content now. Turn off the brain, do some chambers. And Tob can be the same way. Toa is almost like that sometimes, but I think the different invocations make it to where you really can't always turn your brain off unless you're running the same invocations every single time with the same group. But with Tob, it's just a matter of time. And I think that like in 2026, I would like to spend more time doing Theater of Blood on the iron. Like I've already kind of proven myself that like the gear that I have is sufficient. It's not a matter of like, oh, I need to have this, I need to get that. Like we're set up in a pretty good spot with the group that the gear is sufficient to do the raid. It's just a matter of like, I need more people DMing me, I guess. I didn't get any DMs about Tob.
That's right. That's what it is. Yeah.
I didn't get
Everybody DM Michael and ask him if he wants to come to Tob. Make this motherfucker put his money where his mouth is. Because I've heard that Michael's going to do Tob for decades at this point. Literally, Fear in the recording booth chat said, quote that. I said, he already did. Check your fucking goal sheet from like 3 years ago. When I said, hey, learn how to south freeze. And by learn how to south freeze, I mean get into Tob and make it your goal to be a good south freezer. And you said, yeah, that's a great stretch goal. And then literally got 0 KC for an entire year outside of leagues. At Michael and ask him to go to Tob. Don't ask him how it's going because he'll skate the question. Ask him to go to Tob. And if you're thinking to yourself like, well, maybe I'll ask him during the workday. If he's logged in, he's going to tell you no. Yeah. Maybe I'll ask him on like a Monday or a Tuesday. He's watching Survivor. Don't do it. Thursday nights, Friday nights. Those are your nights to call in the dogs. Tonight, I expect at least 15 people DMing Michael in game. He turned his private chat off. He doesn't have his Discord private chat off. DM him there. Ask him to get him to come throb with the boys. Because it's time. It's time to start throbbing, Michael.
It's throb time.
If that's what you want to do. Though, pro tip that I noticed, Shinkiro and I talked about it, you got to stop spam clicking.
Where am I clicking?
You panic the entire fight.
Which fight?
You spam click.
Be more specific.
Verzik. You spam click P2 Verzik everywhere you move. You do the same thing in Corrupted Gauntlet. You spam click, and what happens is it locks your character. Like, you spam click so quickly to get to the same spot that your clicks are not only inaccurate, but it's also like preventing you from moving or forcing you to move places you don't want to. You take way too many cabbages doing that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just lots as like a game to game here, stop spam clicking. Just like assuming you're on if you're spam clicking, you don't know where you want to go is actually exceptional advice. If you're spam clicking, you don't know where you want to go. Now, there are some instances, like when you get bounced, I always tell people to spam click back on Verzik, because if you get bounced, you're going to take a cabbage to the face, which will be back in cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you spam click Verzik, you'll be right back in on that V-walk pattern. But other than that, if you spam click while trying to do the V-walk, you're gonna end up in some shit. So don't spam click as much.
That's good advice. By that last raid, I said I made it through P2 on that last one. I did. And I think I may have died like right at the end, but I was in the cage for P3. I know that. But the Verzik walk, I was getting it. But the hard part with the Verzik walk is like, yeah, you can spend the time in the simulator, but other than just getting in the raid and doing it and dying, there's really not a great way to practice. I mean, I guess I could spend some time in entry mode, just dicking around, trying to learn the VWalk that way. I mean, it's not bad advice. Just because you can solo up to Verzik, and you can solo Verzik in an entry mode.
So you can solo all of it. The most annoying part to solo in an entry is Nightlow Room.
That's true. Fear said you can die on purpose infinitely, that's great. Like if I just wanted to spam train P2, literally get through P1, get through P2, die right at the end. Start it over, Fear says put on flowers and just do it. Oh, yeah, I guess I wouldn't even have to like damage the boss to get the walk down.
You can also do the same thing with a Zarpus walk.
Oh.
Get a 5-tick like a what does it feel like a bronze battle axe or something, or a bronze longsword, bronze sword or something. And you can do the long swords are 5-tick, and you can practice the Zarpus walk in entry mode, because like Fear said, if you fuck up too much, you just kill yourself and restart.
Yeah.
And then the poison's gone. You just have to go through Exhume phase again. So
with Zarpus, yeah. Okay. So maybe I'll spend some time in entry mode.
It's the same. If you get the timing down for Verzik, like the proper, like you're in front of her for 3 ticks and you're back for 1, you can do the Zarpus walk because it's the exact same timing. It's just a bigger distance.
I'll do it. I'll go in entry mode. I think that will be my commitment to you, Oxie, and to everyone out there, because the hesitation I have with people saying, hey, let's go Tob, I'm fine with that. I'll go. But I just need you, the person who's about to message me, to ask me to go to Tob. I am needing, at this point, to be carried. And that's just a fact. Until I can comfortably make it through all 3 phases of Verzik, I wouldn't like just volunteer myself, be like, hey, I'm gonna go to Tob. It's whatever.
Anyone who's gonna DM you knows that you're not that good at Tob right now and can carry you. Like, promise you. Anyone who DMs you, Michael, let's go to Tob, is fully aware of your current skill set in the raid and is still going to carry you.
Tiki Mug just messaged me, said,
are all good.
I cannot carry you. He's full of shit. Well, I don't. Yes, me and Tiki can't go.
Tiki is not who I would expect to carry.
Not gonna happen. Okay, I want to address the elephant in the room,
which is
his name is Oxie. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So, Sailing is coming out in a week, 2 weeks at this point. November 19th. We all know that. Very excited. I am going to be playing on my main account the day Sailing comes out.
Why?
So, I've had a lot of time to think about this. Hey, I need you to hold back the comments.
No, I'm listening.
No, you're not. You're already thinking of a reply. Don't put that away.
I don't. My reply is why, and you're about to give me the why. So lay it on me, baby girl. What you got?
So, I would say 2 out of my 3 group mates are abandoning their GIMs whenever Sailing comes out. You and Fear have already committed that you want to get 99 Sailing on your main before basically anything else happens, which is fine. I understand. So that would leave me training Sailing. Basically, I don't know if Ralph is going to do it. He probably will. So me and Ralph training Sailing. That's fine. I've already accepted that. But I think it would be a fun experience to play on the main, because how long have I had my main Oxie? Since 2016, 2018. You never forget your first love. Yes, I'm having a lot of fun on my iron. And yes, I'm exploring and playing this game and getting better at this game because of my iron. But I was thinking about that account and all of the thousands of hours I put into it. And it's like, it's not dead to me. The reason I don't play it anymore is because I like to see numbers go up. And what level are we going to start sailing? Level 1. So numbers are going to go up. It's going to be fine. The second reason is the day sailing comes out, I want to I feel like I'm going to want to do everything. I want to be able to do everything. I don't want to have to worry about, oh, I don't have the smithing level, I don't have the crafting level. That would kind of just, I don't know. I'm feeling very judged, and I need this to be a safe space from you specifically.
What's a safe space? What do you think? I am a therapist? What the hell is a safe space?
Yeah, you are a therapist, and right now you're still judging me. So the plan, and I've already committed to this. The plan is to play on the main for maybe the first 2 weeks. Once the initial hype, and there's not going to be a dip in hype very much. Like, I'm not expecting the hype of sailing to go down for months. But once the initial hype, probably around the time that bingo starts, I will most likely switch the main to more AFK things in sailing and then play on the iron. Just because I want to have that community experience the first however long of hey, I'm on this island. Do you have a nail or do you have any planks? Yeah, trade me. So I don't want any restrictions. I don't want anything to hold me back from experiencing the new skill while still being able to have fun with the community. And then after a couple of weeks, do a more slow and thoughtful playthrough on the iron and still have fun. I've really, really thought about this. And I think that would be my best chance for having the most fun. Just a thumbs up.
If it's your best chance for having the most fun. I don't really have much of a follow-up. If it's your best chance for having the most fun, then I support you, baby girl. Go for it.
I don't feel like that's I don't feel like that's true.
I mean, I worry that the hype of day one is going to very quickly die out because you're going to get some absolutely fucking busting drop on day one. You're going to get a fucking super rare item, or you're going to get a level 30 sailing pet, or something great is going to happen. And you already know what's going to be crossing your mind. Damn. I wish that was on the iron. It will.
Sure. I would call you partially valid because here's the thing. I've already come to terms that I still enjoy playing on the main. It is still my account. It's still an account that I put a lot of work into. It's not going back to the whole thing. It's not.
I'm not
dead
here to
me.
judge you.
So if I get a really rare drop or a really early skilling pet, that's great. It's still mine. Maybe I sell it. Whatever. If I get a cool drop, maybe I sell it, and that just becomes future split money or ways to train it faster. I'm not so iron coded that I can't fathom having fun on a main account. I've had a lot of fun on my iron. And I think maybe that is where, that's giving you the perception that I hate playing on my main. I don't.
I don't think you hate playing on your main. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you hate playing your main.
There's just been nothing that has brought me joy for a long time. And I think that having a new skill on the account that I've put a lot of time into could bring me joy. While still I can still go to crab on my iron. I can still do the AFK things that I want to do on the iron to finish out the year. There's still time to do all that. And I think I think playing on the main is going to be fun. Revive the hound.
Hell yeah.
I can't tell if you are tired or just
yes.
that indifferent.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes. Okay. Yeah. It's yes.
All right, Oxie.
The answer is yes.
Let's give these people what they want. What is sailing prep in a nutshell? Is it skilling? Is it hoarding supplies? Is it planning out a route? I know for most people, it's probably going to be trying to stock up on stuff that they can buy, potentially, dumping a bunch of money into Bibles if you haven't gotten your smithing levels or your crafting levels or your construction levels. If you're an iron, good luck. If you didn't start that last year, then it's too late now. Just kidding. It's not too late. But I think a great couple of weeks could be spent doing all three of those things. I don't have any tips on hoarding supplies because, quite honestly, planks probably is your number one thing. But I don't know how many planks is enough, because when you think about a skill like construction, you need thousands, because you're building and breaking and building and breaking pretty much the entire time. But like, once you build your ship, you may not need thousands of planks anymore. So
but you may need them to build facilities on your ship. You may need them to build the facilities on your ship to train sailing.
Oh, Tiki is a guide. Figment's
the guide Tiki posted, Figment's sailing prep guide is insane.
Oh, I haven't even
the
looked.
Amount of detail Figment has put into it. It is absolutely insane. If you're an Iron Man, check this guide out. You have just under 2 weeks. The amount of like resources that are essentially required to fulfill this guide is nuts. Like,
I'm scared
genuinely,
to open it.
That actually reminds me now, because Tiki mentioned there's going to be a new bonfire with the sailing update. I'm going to go mine myself some salt on my main, so I don't have to buy that shit. Yeah.
Sick. Wait, just buy it. What? Is it that expensive?
You know how expensive that shit? Dude, it's going to be so expensive on day one. Everything is going to be so expensive on day one. So here is my spiel for Iron Men. D-Iron. No, I'm kidding. The issue that you're going to run into as Iron Men is you don't know how much you need. So at this point, unless you're going to follow like this Figment guide here, you're essentially going to be just like panic gathering everything that's ever existed. And that's a lot. When you panic gather everything that's ever come in the game, that's a lot of work for you to do. Gather things as an Iron. As a main, it's got to be time to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be time to either make money or bronze man mode your way through this game. You have got to be able to spend some time gathering resources, get 250 of each of the F and Ert salts, whatever logs and shit you get from PVM, any ores, keep them. Herbs, keep them. Some things are going to be tough to gather because they don't exist yet, right? Like the new logs and the new keel parts are going to be absurdly expensive, because I don't know how much of it is smithable, right? I don't know if like rune keel parts are going to be something that we can smith. We know that like dragon keel parts are going to be probably tradable and not smithable. But now's the time as a main to do a little bronze man moding and make some fucking money. Go out and raid or do a boss or gather something you know is going to be useful on Sailing's release, right? Like, gather a bunch of planks. Iron Men have to do it. Gather 10,000 mahogany planks or just regular ass oak planks, whatever planks, between now and the release of Sailing. Go zillionaire by day one. Gather 10,000 of each type of nail. Go zillionaire. Like, it's actually going to make a difference on Sailing day one if you want to make money or just have some of the stuff on hand. But the advice that I have for both mains and irons, train your goddamn skills. All my fellow max capers out there who are going to be losing your max cape in a couple of weeks here, it doesn't matter to us. What are we, poor? We can do everything on Sailing's release day. We're awesome, right? The only thing we can't do is things that are restricted by a sailing level, because we're awesome. We already have 2277. But for everybody else who doesn't have 2277, make sure your skills are up to snuff. Michael has a list that maybe he can put on screen here. He has a list of skills that are going to be required for sailing, or at least that are speculated to be required. I don't even think speculating. This is like what Jagex has said from their blogs.
Yeah, I went through the blog
for sailing. Now's the time to get as close to those levels as possible, or get base levels if you're really far off.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you have woodcutting, mining, fishing, hunter, farming. Like you have all of the main skills are in play. And based on what's on screen, if you just aim for like the top end of each of those categories, then you have access to everything. So if you're close to 92 woodcutting, go spend some time at redwoods or teaks or mahoganies or whatever. You could be banking those logs. And then in your spare time, I think plank make is profitable right now. Like with the amount of gold that you actually put into the plank, it's probably selling for more. I would look into that. And mining is a relatively low one, but 74 mining gives you access to nickel. 91 fishing gives you access to Merlin. 77 hunter gives you access to
what?
Marlin.
Who?
Sorry. Keep doing that. Marlin. It's a Marlin, right? Spelled with an M. M-A-R. Marlin.
I thought it was Merlin.
The wizard? You can catch the wizard? 77 gives you 77 hunter is the highest tier crab. 92 farming is the highest tier of wood that you can plant, but you only need 77 for all of the coral. If you want to spin some yarn, you only need up to 73 crafting. The fletching is going to be for the blowpipes, so it's not like immediately necessary. It's not a sailing specific skill. 93 cooking lets you cook your marlins. 94 smithing, that's the big one. Smithing is going to come into play a lot when it comes to sailing because you smith parts for your ship, but then you can also smith the cannonballs. And so the keel parts and the cannonballs is where those like higher smithing levels come in, because for 90 to have like the dragon keel part for your boat, you need 94 smithing. You can get away with 86 if you just go up to rune, which I think most people have around 86 if you went for a diary cape, because that's like, I think 86 is the highest you need if you boosted, or like 87 or something. Around that is a pretty acceptable smithing level if you're not going to max. Going down the list, up to 84 construction, which is not hard. Most people have 83 or 84 anyway. And then thieving is split into 3 different categories. So 60, up to 60 thieving for all of the pickpocketing, up to 76 if you want to do the pirates chests, and then 87 allows you to steal from all the different stalls. Thieving is not going to be as important to when it comes to actual like sailing gameplay loops, but if you did want to potentially make some money thieving some of the new resources, you would have access to that with just 87 thieving. You have access to everything. So at the high end, it doesn't seem unreasonable to knock off some of these skills if you're close. Money making wise, I really think that fishing and mining are going to be the 2 big ones, because the PVMers are going to want to have access to those high tier fish, and people are going to need those smithed parts for the ships. So if you can get in early with some of this resource gathering before the bots have overrun the GE, having these levels could benefit you in the long run. Not only having access to it for yourself to train your sailing, but also if you want to make a little money, marlins are going to be expensive. And at the very least, you need to have 93 for deep sea trawling, but that also comes with a construction level, that comes with a crafting level. So everything is going to like tie in together. It's just at the high end, some of these levels are up there. And I know that, fishing is a pretty slow skill when it comes to the training methods available. If you don't want to do any tick manipulation, it's a lot of catch and release.
I saw someone suggest a release all option on Reddit the other day that I actually really liked. Just right click release all, so you don't drop them on the ground and it just feels better. Just if you're next to water, you can release all the fish. But yeah, I think the big issue that I think some people might not be anticipating, unless I read it wrong, right? Like marlins are going to be the most money of like any consumable resource, I would bet. Like obviously dragon keel parts are going to be super expensive because those are dropped by fucking frost dragons. But I think some of this stuff is dictated by sailing level.
Sailing
I
level,
would bet that
quests,
some of
yeah,
like quests, yeah, but I feel like sailing level is going to be the harder thing to do. Like, you should be reading all the quest dialogue. Don't be a bitch. Play with your music on, play with your game sounds on, read the quest dialogue, enjoy the new skill. Don't be a bitch. But I also feel like if sailing really is abysmally slow, if not that I don't think they'll release a rune crafting level skill. But if they do, like an average, I'm talking like average. Like I know lava running can be really good XP per hour, but if this skill is released at like slower than wood cutting's pace, like maybe mining's pace, pre MLM, pre bone shards, we're not going to see a lot of this stuff on day one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know what is and isn't going to be barred behind a sailing level. Like I know some of the islands where the big PVM drops are, particularly with like trawling. You know, like is there a sailing level attached to trawling? I don't remember.
Yeah, because you're going to need to be able to get into those waters. Doesn't say here specifically in the blog, but I would imagine if you're having to go to the deep sea, then your little raft isn't going to cut it. That little level 1 raft. So like if you have level 1 sailing, but you already have the smithing and construction levels and the crafting levels to make everything else, I mean, there's still going to be some involvement with getting your ship up to snuff and getting the right ship to sail the waters that you need for the deep sea. But what exactly that level is, I'm not sure at the moment. But yeah, you're absolutely right. What day one might offer is it could be pretty limited if the XP rates are going to be like, oh, you're getting 25k XP per hour. Woohoo. I hope not. I really hope not.
I mean, my big thing is like sailing should not, I guess like for me, sailing is not going to be seen as like a money maker. Like I'm not going into sailing day one thinking like, damn, dude, I got to make so much money. I can't wait to make so much money. Like I have no idea what I'm going to need sailing day one. And I'm more concerned about having money to buy those materials sailing day one.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be an abuse early, abuse often angle. And you're going to need resources on hand. What resources exactly? Boy, I wish I could tell you. I mean, obviously, other than what's in like the Figments guide's probably a good base for it. But like as a main account, I'm not going to gather 10,000 bronze bars.
Oh, hell no.
You know? But yeah, I would say like for me, I think my goal on the main, if I don't feel particularly motivated or more realistically don't have the time, because I just know I won't have the time. Like if I don't have the time to do Quiver, then I feel like a boss that's very resource heavy in drops, like Zulra would be a good one. Muspah could be a good one. Things that like drop a bunch of logs and ores and shit would be pretty good to kill at this point. Hydra, maybe. I know Hydra doesn't drop. Hydra drops a lot of money, but not a lot of resources. I'm trying to think of like bosses that drop just like pure resources. Funny enough, I fucking hate to say it. You know what you guys could do in the meantime? If you're like, oh, a lot of my skills are comfortable, fucking crank out 99 fire making.
Yeah.
Crank out 99 fire making at Wintertod. Them Wintertod crates are going to be chock full of shit that we could probably use for sailing.
That or Temporos.
I don't know if
Temporos would be good
Temporos,
too. With the planks and the nails.
So, you know what could be really big money that could be a lot of fun? The Zalcano.
Oh, true.
The Zalcano could be big.
Turn off XP, get the money drops.
Zalcano could be real big.
So it sounds like you're going to be the customer rather than the supplier on day one.
It depends on what. Like, I get a dragon keel. Yeah, I'm probably going to sell that on day one. Not that I'm going to get 87 sailing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I at the moment, I do not have a plethora of resources that I can dump. Jack just said who wants to hit up Zalcano for a week. Honestly, y'all got about 10 days. Start fucking cranking out Zalcano. Like let's even pull up Zalcano's loot table. Just for laughs.
It's pretty good. It's a lot of bars. A lot of ores. You get some gems.
Volcano has runes, ore from silver all the way up to rune, as well as steel, mithril, adamant, and rune bars. You get diamonds, you get dragon stones, pure essence. Those are going to be pretty juicy. Like, Volcano's got really good drops for that. Wintertod, we all know, has a shitload of resources you can get from the crates. Other bosses I'm looking at, this Muspa drop. I'm just like live on the wiki scrolling through. Muspa drops a lot of seeds and a lot of alkables. Muspa drops some coal. You want to know what could be real good? Gargoyles.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Gargoyles could be half decent.
Mithril ore, gold ore, steel bars, mithril bars.
They drop steel bars and gold ore pretty commonly. Grotesque Guardians, mostly Grotesque Guardians have a pretty regular rate for gold and rune ore, as well as adamant gold and mithril bars. Like rune's obviously gonna be a little bit tougher to come by. I wouldn't bank on that for rune, but I just feel like get creative with the PVM that you're gonna do in order to get supplies. I'm thinking a lot of metal and a lot of wood are gonna be important for training and for, I guess, if you want to make money, do that too. But don't sleep on other resources, right? If you have volcanic mine points, if you have stardust, or can you buy like ore packs with golden nuggets?
Don't think so. Not
I don't know. I'll look.
Unless they added
like
it.
Fucking Tockle for you could buy a gem and soft clay packs with golden nuggets. So there's a lot of different kinds of currency you guys can utilize to buy pieces of things from the game. And I'm actually going to go check my volcanic mine points right now, just because I want to get a little crazy with it. I'm going to check and see how many VM points I actually have. Because if I have a decent amount of VM points, who knows? Maybe you spend that and you buy yourself a cheeky little pile of ore that could be helpful. Just get creative. Get ready to get creative. I wouldn't necessarily go about selling a bunch of shit out of my bank. That's just never my style. But you can buy individual ore for various amounts of points, as well as ore packs for 4,000 points a pop.
Ore packs are kind of a scam because the dragon pick costs more than a dragon pick is worth to repair it. So even if you got a dragon pick, it's not fun because you're spending money to be able to sell it, unfortunately.
But you're not doing it for the dragon pick. You're doing it for the ore.
Even the ore, I think, is a scam. The ore that you get out of the packs, not worth the 4K, in my opinion.
I mean, we don't know, though. It could be for sailing.
No, you're not wrong. If you have the VM points or you've just spent the last 10 days doing VM, spend the points, get the ore. But I'm saying I don't know what would be the best one per point to be able to stock up on. I think you're cooking with the different bosses, though. I'm thinking Zulrah, Muspa, Vorkath maybe, but Vorkath would be more for money.
Jack said Hunter Rumors for logs, which is pretty good.
Okay. Hunter Rumors not a bad idea.
Hunter Rumors for logs might not be a bad shout.
Yeah. There's just a lot. And if you're going to be training these skills for sailing anyway, you might as well do something that's going to give you a nice secondary bonus. Now, like fighting bosses isn't training skills, obviously, but you can bounce around, go do like 10 Zulrah kills and then bust out a level hunter. The world is your oyster when it comes to what you are going to do to prepare for this. And it kind of, this almost solidifies my idea of playing on the main, because I've done almost zero prep for sailing. And the thing that I thought about when it came to like actually doing it on my iron is if I wait a couple of weeks, maybe a month, maybe I start training sailing on the iron in the new year, there will probably be somewhat of an established meta that I can follow. And I'm not just like running around with a chicken in my head cut off saying, oh, I'd like to be training sailing right now, but I have to collect all of these different resources and I have to go and mine things and cut wood and get planks and smith nails. Like I could prep all of that, but I've done none of it. So being able to play on the main day one where I have access to the Grand Exchange, be like, oh, I need 6 oak planks to the GE. And then when I'm on my iron and in a meta has been established of some sort, it's not going to be perfect, but there is some sort of progression path, then I can take my time and really like dig into the skill and not feel like I'm just running around aimlessly. And I think it would be fun to race you to max again. Not that I'm saying we're going to race to max again.
I was going to say I'm probably not going to compete in that race. People like to challenge me to races, and I do not do well in those kinds of competitions because my motivations will change so frequently.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my God, race me to the enhance, race me to the quiver, race me to get more kills. Unless it's like a who can get the most kills per hour kind of race. Like, race me to do X, I've probably already lost. Not that I'm not competitive. Like, yeah, I'll kick your ass, but also I know my life and I know my schedule. Like, I don't know. So, I'm sure, yeah, we can race to max, tee-hee, but also, like, who knows? Maybe I'll be like, wow, sailing sucks. I don't want to train it. Or maybe I'll be so miserable without my max cape, the race won't even be fun.
Oh, true.
You know?
Just like slog.
It won't even be fun because they'll blow you out of the water.
Literally?
You know?
Figuratively?
Yes, I have to keep. Yes, literally. Your boat will be on land. I'll have to. I'll hate life without my max cape so much that I'll need to artificially slow myself down because without the Batman, crime has no punchline. And if you're like, Oxie, I've got you beat. I'm 51, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 86. You've already dropped out of the race. So I need to, we'll see how it goes. I'm not a race guy.
Are we slapping our hands on the table, doing a little gentleman's,
I'm not a race guy.
Agreement?
I'm not a race guy. I'm telling you, I'm not a race guy.
I think it'd be fun.
What are you trying to GA for?
Gentleman's agreement that we race to max, me and you. You and I have a weekly check-in, and we say who's winning that week for 2376, and the loser has to get the other person's name tattooed on their butt cheek.
Why? What? What? You gotta give me your dumbass suggestions earlier in the day. Cause what?
You'll have time to think about it.
I've thought about it. I don't think it's. I mean, sure, fucking whatever. I don't know what the prize is. I'm not getting your name tattooed on my ass. Like, I guess we can race. Sure. Then I feel like I worry again. I don't enjoy racing, so that's like the main reason. But now a thought's popped into my head. If I am not wrong, and when the day comes where Michael goes, this isn't worth it to do on the main. I kind of want to do it on the Iron Man. And then you fucking reset. That's either A, gonna make you reset, and then the race is basically over. Or B, you're going to go, I wish I could play this on my iron, but I'm trying to race Oxie. And then a week later, it'll be like, you know what? GG. I'm tapping out at 67 sailing. 6-7. I can't believe I just did that. What if I threw myself into traffic? Because the number that popped into my head was 67. And every time I say that combination of numbers, all the 14-year-olds at fencing go, 6-7, and I'm like, oh my God. I need someone to just jam a saber into my neck. But I'm hardwired to respond like my 14-year-olds now. So
I spent the week with my, like, they're in elementary school, so they're hip on the memes. And I spent the week with them, and 6-7 came up multiple times. So it's not just you. I don't think that personally, if we were to say we're racing and you were serious about it, I don't think I would give up so easily. because that seems like fun to me to be able to. We haven't had the opportunity to like race to max because I maxed way before you, and you weren't even considering maxing at that point.
I mean, there is another cape we could race for, but no.
What
couldn't
cape?
Possibly be? Read my mind. What cape could we race for?
Infernal Max cape?
No.
Quiver Max
Just
cape.
the Infernal cape. Just the Infernal cape.
What? You already have an Infernal cape.
Not on my GIM. But I know it's not a race you're going to do, so I'm not going to push it. Race to Champions Cape, Tiki, would be insane. Race to Champions Cape would be insane behavior.
I don't need a money sink right now at this point in my life.
That's true. Yeah, I can't be spending 100 mil on cannonballs.
That's literally what it is.
To get my Champions Cape.
It's cannonballs and time. It's doable, but not with sailing being on the precipice of our lives.
Yeah. So start prepping, people. Now is the time. We'll link the guide that Tiki sent, the Figments guide. We'll link it in the description down below. The guide assumes that you're an Iron Man, and the guide assumes that they don't know what to assume. Like based off it's not like, oh, we have no idea, we're just guessing. Like they're very educated guesses.
Oh.
But they're speculating on the amount of supplies you're going to need to train certain like facilities or certain activities, and the amount that you'll go through them. So there is some educated speculation, and the numbers that are in there might not be exact. They realistically, I think the numbers in that spreadsheet are overshooting it a little bit of what you'll need on day one. But it's a guide designed around efficiency. And I guess it's my last point for this is you are not a fucking content creator. You're not a fucking streamer. You don't make sailing videos. You're not going to put a video out that says, I'm rank 1 sailing and just bait people because you're rank 1 for 2 fucking seconds, right? That is not you, right? We have some content creator friends who listen to the show. The 6 of you who listen to the show, maybe at this point, sure, that's your full-time job. The other like 20,000 of you, no, you do not do that. You do not need to train sailing efficiently. There is absolutely no fucking reason why you should be training sailing efficiently on day one if you don't want to. Some people are gonna want to. Some people are not gonna know how to live without their max cape, and they are going to want to train sailing efficiently. Some people are going to want to compete for ranks to be the first, second, third, 10th, 25th, 50th, 100th person to get 99 sailing. Sure. I would bet that is a majority of you listening do not fall into that category. If you're like, man, I really don't have time to prep, what am I going to do? You're going to fucking log in on November 19th at 6 o'clock in the morning. And you're going to enjoy the fuck out of sailing. That's what you're going to do. Oh no, I don't have any oak. Buy them. Buy the oak planks. Oh no, I don't have enough iron ore. Go mine it. Go spend 10 minutes mining a little bit of iron ore and then get right back to the fun. The skill's not going anywhere. In fact, once again, it's one of those like, are we worried about a rollback? I would hope not. But like, I don't want to bring that energy into the universe. So just after Shattered Relics, I'm a little gun shy with big releases.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry about being hyper efficient and having exactly 10,000 of every single resource and having all this stuff on hand that you can just like mega train sailing super quick. Don't read the quest dialogue, listen to the music. We have a brand new skill coming out. And in a lot of ways, it's going to shape how we interact with this game going forward in every facet of how we play. There is no need to rush it on day one.
Good advice.
Tiki says, I feel called out. It's because you're moving. You're on bitch time, Tiki. I don't know what to tell you. Just kidding. I love you, King.
At the end of the day, Oxie's right. Sailing is not going anywhere. You know, we're looking at what is going to fuel content for probably the next few years within this game. So it's all going to be Very exciting, but again, just remember not going anywhere. Explore the seas. I think that's going to be my the thing that I'm going to write on a sticky note and just remind myself for November 19th is have fun and explore. It's okay if when you log out of your first 6-hour log that maybe you've only gotten to 45 smithing. Or sailing. That's fine.
Yeah, I think the exploration is going to be a lot of fun. And for me, what's going to drive my training on day one is the exploration. Getting to a point where I'm riding around on my boat, being like, what am I, some sort of bitch? I can take on a medium sea, and then getting absolutely just fucking broadsided by a huge wave and ending up back in Lumbridge, collecting all my shit and being like, okay, I got to figure out what level I need. And then just going back with other boats or looking at guides and shit and figuring out which boat is the best boat that I need to train up to. That's what's going to motivate me to train sailing is the exploration. I know that about myself. So, and that's another thing. Jack just said, I'll be at work on launch, so I'll be behind when it comes to knowing what to do. If you're not able to play at lunchtime, you're also not behind. Other people have 8 to 12 hours advance on you, if that's the case. And even then, you have the opportunity to just look at what other people have done. There's other people who have figured a lot of things out, and you can catch up, if quote unquote catch up, if you really want to. Except compared to me, I'm leaving you in the dust. Tiki's gonna blow you all out of the water. Tiki just said live on the podcast that he'll have 99 sailing on the first day. Do you think anyone's going to get it on the first day? Do you think anyone's going to get 99 in a day?
If they don't sleep, probably. There will be people who are not going to sleep for 48 hours. But that being said, you're limited by the amount of XP that is physically possible to get within the hours available. So,
yeah.
If the estimation that this is going to land around no more than 150K an hour, potentially, but even then, it's still 10 hours from 98 to 99, roughly. I mean, it's 1.2 million. So you're looking at about 9 to 10 hours of consistent sailing training to get 98 to 99. So you potentially.
No, there's just not the time in the day, theoretically. I hate to say abuse early, abuse often. On the flip side, what's the highest level do you think realistically somebody is going to attain? What is the highest level realistically that you think you're going to attain?
Oh, there'll be people in the 90s. There'll be people in the high 80s. Day one. I can't imagine. 85 is only 3 million XP. I say only, but that's pretty for day one. That is pretty obtainable, I think, to get in the high 80s, mid 80s potentially. For me, I think if actual training is very fun to do, I would say probably 60s, maybe 70s day one. But if training is not as fun and exploring is more fun and getting to a certain level to unlock things that are fun to do, that's where I think it varies. If a really, really cool thing only requires 50 sailing, I may get to 50 and call it good and just really remember to have fun that first day. Because the first day I told my wife, hey, I'm not going to exist outside of this chair that I'm sitting in now on November 19th. Please do not expect me to be here and be present because I will not exist outside of my chair. And I think that's going to be true for the most part. It sounds like a degenerate thing to say, but I'm going to wake up at 5:30 and probably not leave my chair until late on Wednesday evening.
I think the highest people are going to attain, I'm going to be a little more conservative. I'm going to say low 80s, 82, 83 is what the absolute sweats are going to crank out. I feel like I'm going to be wrong and someone's going to break 90 on the first day. They're going to find some weird method and they're going to be getting a shitload of XP per hour. My goal is to hit level 73 sailing. Not only for the RuneScape funny number, but 73 is exactly 1,000,000 XP.
Oh. Okay.
Like, it's not, well, you hit 73 at like 999 or 996 or something like that. K.
Mm-hmm.
It's something very close, but 1,000,000 XP is level 73 sailing. It'd be very cool to say I got 1,000,000 XP on the first day. That would be super cool.
That would be very cool.
I don't know. It's still 12 million left. I haven't been on the maxing mindset in a long time. But it'd be very cool to get 1,000,000 in a day. I don't know if I'm going to, because like Michael said, if exploration is a lot of fun, I'll probably just do that. But at the same time, you'll still get XP from like, what's it called? Trimming the sails?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get XP from trimming the sails and doing a bunch of other stuff. And they said that's going to be like the primary way you train it. So,
well, with port tasks and like Barracuda trials and deep sea trawling, there's a lot of movement that's going to happen. So it does make sense that like your sailboat is not just going to be sitting there, shooting cannons at a shark. Hopefully, we're going to move it around. Yeah. 73 is respectable. I think that's a fine number to shoot for. That doesn't seem outrageously unreasonable. I want to be 92 sailing day one. No, you're not.
If I end up in like the 55, 60 territory, I'm not going to be devastated. But my goal is 1,000,000 XP on the first day.
My goal now is 1,000,001.
He's taking the race very seriously, folks.
I am. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do to beat you.
You don't even know. You don't even know training methods. You don't know best in slot training methods.
You don't know me.
Michael, I know you better than any other person you've ever played RuneScape with, except your wife, if you count her for the old account she had like 5 years ago.
Plant Hound.
So, yeah. I wasn't going to say the name, but yeah. I would hate for your wife and her like 46 agility to get hacked,
You're right. She really only did train agility.
Woman loved agility.
I could get her to train agility.
She's like, oh my god, dude, running on rooftops is kind of fun. We're like, Michael, I think your wife needs to be checked into a psych ward. She's like, no, it's a great time. she had like the high agility is one of her highest skills years ago when we first played. So who knows? But other than her, I think I know you better than anyone. I think I'm gonna be genuinely shocked if you lock in. I'll be proud of you, but we'll see.
Listen, at the end of the day, all I need for you to do is trust me and be proud of me. And if you can do those two things, we're gonna have a great day.
Baby girl. I do.
And you just say it. Say it occasionally.
I trust you. I trust you, and I'm proud of you, King.
You. And editing, Michael heard that again, and he said, "Thank you." Got to hear it twice. Yeah. I'm gonna make that a soundboard.
Well, you know what? That finally a good soundboard. All right, Michael, a wise co-host once said, "I'm fading fast." And while this is not an extensive list of sailing prep, we wanted an episode to be able to catch up with you guys, because it's been 1,000 years since we've been able to catch up with you guys, and B, talk about sailing, because like last week we kind of just like threw it in there at the beginning of the episode. We kind of had to talk about it. So this week we're talking a little bit about sailing,
and next week probably talking a lot more about sailing. Because
the next couple of weeks are going to be very sad. I'm sorry if you guys are like, oh my god, I wanted shamanism. It's going to be a rough week for you, buddy, because we're going to talk a lot about sailing. Before we go to break, a little fun thing that I'm sure we'll talk about later in more detail. We've had more time to plan it. I am going to Texas the weekend before sailing comes out.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to Texas the weekend before sailing comes out. So what I'm thinking, what if Michael and I do a live stream, like a sailing prep live stream? What if we can maybe find like a guest or two or something on this live stream, and then that just be the episode the week of sailing, right?
Could be fun.
Because Michael ain't going to want to edit that shit. I'm not going to want to edit that shit the week of sailing's release. And we could do like a Tuesday episode hype like we just did. Like we just did that for Gridmaster when we released an episode on Tuesday of like a Gridmaster hype video or a hype episode, which could be fun. But at this point, it's not like we're speculating like Gridmaster or TOA or anything like that, where they kept it all a mystery. Like sailing is very much in front of us, what we need to do to train and prepare. So we could do a shorter stream that week and just put that out as an episode. You know, maybe there is an opportunity for us to stream. I don't even want to say an opportunity for us to stream because I don't know when. Maybe that Saturday after sailing comes out, Michael and I could do a live stream. At some point, there's going to be the Patreon stream. Maybe that's the early Patreon stream.
Oh, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Because once again, the Patreon stream falls the day before a fencing tournament because why wouldn't it?
Ugh.
Every single month it falls the day before a fencing tournament because why wouldn't it? But
we did just receive a memo from our project manager, Tiki, that bingo captain signups are live as we speak. So if you are interested in signing up to be a captain for TNL fall bingo, late fall bingo, flingo, wintingo, whatever you want to call it, check out the TNL Discord. In the announcements tab, we will have a link to a sign up sheet for you. If you've not captained before, definitely think about, read through the different, all of the stuff that we have within the sign up. If you have captained before, likely we will need you to captain again because every year bingo just gets bigger and we need more and more people to help. So think about that. If you want to be a captain or if you have any questions about being a captain, let us know in the TNL. I would say probably events chat would be the best place to put any sort of questions about bingo before we release our bingo specific channels. But also be ready for us to talk about bingo in the next few weeks as well, because that will be,
it's going to be great.
It's going to be fun. So we can send them off to break now before you fall asleep on me.
What? I would never do that. We're going to break. If we come back in different clothes, Oxie didn't make it through this break, but we'll see. No new commercial this week. So you're probably not going to see a new commercial for a little while, given the current rate that I'm actually home and in front of my computer. We're not seeing another commercial till October 2026. At this rate, if this shit keeps up, good God. So, Michael, get on it. Make us some commercials. Folks, we will see you very soon after this break.
The giant spiders keep ruining my quests. I can't take it anymore.
Tell me about it. I can't even mine without those aggressive scorpions attacking me.
You getting tired of being ambushed by creepy crawlies? Well, look no further. Introducing the one and only Splatmasters. I know I ain't the only one that's been pestered by unsightly scorpions and Alcarid. Splatmaster can take care of that faster than a carpet ride to a cactus. And I don't know about you, but I noticed ever since Scurrius broke out of the gate in the sewer, I've been seeing more rats in my house. Splatmasters will come in, set up, and get it handled with our state-of-the-art Splatmaster Cannon 9000. And I know what you might be thinking. A cannon? Ain't that gonna tear down my house? Don't worry, we got you covered. Just give us a call with our sister company, Buildmasters, and we'll get you set up with a quick repair for a measly 2 million GP, of course. Now, what are you waiting on? You gonna sit there and let these mice chew holes in your walls, or you gonna give Splatmaster a call and we can tear it down before they even get a chance to tear a hole in it? I mean, get rid of the rats. Cut that out. Now, don't wait too long, you hear? I just got one of these prepaid phones with about 4 days left on it. To be honest with you, I ain't had a customer yet, so I don't know how I'm gonna pay for next month. Splatmasters can handle all your extermination needs, from rat to scorpions to the man in Lumbridge if the price is right. So give us a call or send a carrier pigeon if it's been more than 4 days. Splatmasters. We might not hit the mark, but we sure make splat.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break because I know that I sure did. Remember how I said we'd change clothes? We did do a quick outfit change. And I'm actually awake, unlike yesterday when I was literally dying from a week's worth of doing things. I actually took the night off of fencing tonight. I just stayed home and said, you know what? I'm not doing it. So we're here recording the second half of the episode for you, which means we're going to start with Patreon in this second half. There are no new patrons this month. However, on the screen, you can see the wise old men who are normally joining us in the recording booth chat. They were last night, and now we just have the one. We have the lone Fear Garden, scared of topiaries, and he's here hanging out with us tonight. He's our GIM buddy. He doesn't even know why we're in here. And frankly, we don't either, but we're here for a good time, not a long time. So shout out to Fear and shout out to all of the wise old men. I almost said gnome children. Shout out to the gnome child too. But shout out to all the wise old men out there. And now your names are off screen and you can see our hot faces again if you're watching the video version of the podcast. And now we're going to shout out the Jad tier folks. No, we're not going to shout out the Jad tier folks. And now we're going to shout out the KBD folks. Michael definitely didn't just make a quick cut there when I said Jad instead. I would never do that. I have never messed that up a day in my life. But anyways, without further ado, big shout out to the KBD tier, starting with Two to Fly, Six Dicks Insider, My Dad, Hi Dad, Cloud Kicker, Crash Out Jack, Elite Oreo Dunker, Glob Mob, Kieran, our third favorite Patreon supporter, Ralph, Run Metal 15, Ryan M, Rylithian, Sparky Life, Stragarius, and the Big G Jordy. Thank you all so much for your support at the King Black Dragon tier. Jordy follows me on Instagram, and I love a good, heart react on my stories from Jordy. Big fan of that. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for your support. Moving on to the Jad tier, folks. These are the people who support us at the highest level. Not even the new highest level, because it's been the highest level for a while. So I guess, disappointingly enough, the shirts are due like by the time this episode comes out. So Michael and I won't get to design them in person, but maybe we could design the ones that come out in a couple of months from now. Like that could be fun, do something together. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. Like we said, I'm going to Texas here in a couple of weeks. So maybe Michael and I will cook something up. Anyways, speaking of our Jad tier patrons who we love very dearly, huge shout out to Flood Day, Kyrandia, Mithril Fork, Petite River, Soggy Waffles, Sea Captain Satan 666, my man's ready for sailing, the S tier Deviled Egg, and Wolaznik. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully your shirt designs, hopefully you like them. They should be done. By the time this episode comes out, they should already be done. Hopefully. We'll let you know. But yes, thank you guys so much. That is our Patreon. If you would like to support us, head over to patreon.com/XPWaste, and you can support for as little as $1 per month. Once again, bonus shout out to the Gnome Child tier. I'm going to kick it on over to Michael now because we have some community question business to get up to. And it seems like there's a lot of community question business afoot.
There's so much. Just on Spotify, there's 34 comments. Not all of them are related to the community question, but I'm sure a lot of them are because it's an easy one this week, folks. Last week, we asked you, what is your favorite Halloween candy? It's a pretty open-ended question, so we got a lot of open-ended answers. Starting off on Spotify, Tristan says, peanut M&Ms in the S tier, please. I bought a very large tub of them on November 1st. Lovely. Next up, Jimmy says, my favorite Halloween candy is deviled eggs.
Get that guy banned.
Jimmy, you all right there,
bud?
bud?
Get that guy banned. Get that guy banned.
You all right there, bud?
Get that guy banned. He doesn't need to be here anymore. Get that guy banned. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop. Next up, Got it. Adrian says, I just had my first ever Whopper after raiding my son's trick-or-treat bag. And my God, was it so bad. I threw the other two that were still in the wrapper into the trash.
You are entitled to your wrong opinion, King. Do with it as you like.
Yeah, whatever. Next up, Luke says, this is not an answer to the question, but I did like this one. Luke says, I just wanted to let you know that I listened to your podcast while running my first half marathon in Brussels. Your complaining about the sailing pets helped me smash my goal by 7 minutes. Let's go, King. Let's go.
I'm sorry you had to run a half marathon, but I'm proud of you for listening to Xpwaste.
Proud of you, King.
And doing it faster.
Let's go fast. Next up, though, Petty Pupper says, my favorite Halloween candy was not on the list, but Milky Way Midnight. It is the perfect balance of dark chocolate and caramel. But from the list, my absolute favorites are Kit Kat, Snickers, Reese's, and Butterfingers. In parentheses, they say, Oxie, you are right, and Michael has a terrible taste wanting these in the F tier. You might need therapy. I'm sorry that Butterfingers hurt you as a child. Okay.
Game recognized game. What do I tell you? Game recognized game.
They also said, I will fight someone over candy corn, especially the pumpkin ones. Those slap more than anything. They do. I actually have not had any candy corn yet this fall. I think that needs to change. Editing Michael, remind yourself to get some candy corn. Next up, Moist Sean says, number 1, Kit Kats, peanut M&Ms, Snickers, and Reese Cups are my absolute favorite, but Kit Kats in the fridge give an extra crunch that's just chef's kiss. And number 2, not putting peanut M&Ms in the S tier would be punishable by death, as was calling those sweet crunchy baby Unk candy. Oxie's dad is a man of culture. And number 3,
he's also Unk.
He is an Unk. And number 3, I never knew that Michael had such an awful tasting candy. Butterfingers in the F tier? Below fucking dots? That then proceeding to put Payday in the S tier? I love you, Michael, but please seek help, my guy.
Oh, I knew this man's been trolling me for like 6 years in this podcast. And I knew one day he'd have my back, and today is that day.
No more strikes for Moist Sean.
Love you, Moist Sean.
I actually had dots on Halloween, and
sorry to hear that.
They are not F tier, or whatever we put them in. D for dots. I would say they're comfortably B tier. They're actually delightful. I don't remember dots being that good, but again, I had them and they're delightful.
It's because they're not.
No, they are. They're good. Next up, though, Lake says, I could eat more Almond Joys than Trout Man could eat trout. That's a fact of life.
That's a great comparison. I'm not going to lie. That's an extremely niche and incredibly bitchin' comparison.
That small blip of time when the whole community rallied around a man eating trout, that was great. Turns out it was like a money laundering scheme, though. It's a controversy that we could get into, but
it was something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, Fizzman15 says, as an Australian, you guys have some weird ass lollies. That's right.
Yep.
We call them lollies. I'm a sucker for jelly beans since they help me with my blood sugar when it's
low. You were a lolly for jelly beans.
He says, so surely
little international humor there.
So surely more than one dentist would recommend. Sure. Next up, Connor says, Oxie has a way with words that I thoroughly enjoy. And then I commented and said, Reese's are weirdly crunchy. You're never going to live that down, King. Reese's are not crunchy.
Listen, I said what I said. And if the only way to make you feel better about your weird opinions in candy is to try to clown on me for being pedantic, then that's okay. I can accept that. Can you?
I can.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because I'm going to read the next one from Melvin Man. They say favorite is Kit Kat. Least favorite is cocaine-laced apples.
Melvin Man, that's good. Good tech. Yeah. Nobody likes cocaine apples.
I didn't get any this year, unfortunately. So. Next up, Wiley to all says, I am not a fan of artificial banana. I will trade all the banana Laffy Taffy for the Milk Duds. Milk Duds are amazing. Fight me. I don't think, maybe I got to raid my kid's stash again, but I think he got Milk Duds in there. Probably need to try those again too. Who knows? Next up, SatanBot666 says, as soon as I heard them start talking about hating fireballs and hot tamales, I got heated. Some of the whitest honkies I know. I like spicy, but just not in candy form.
Here's the deal. I gotta agree with Michael on this one. As someone who keeps all of his different kinds of hot sauces in the cabinet, not the fridge, I'm white, but I ain't that white. Them cinnamon candies, you can miss me with that shit.
Yeah, like cinnamon hot is not where it's at.
You can miss me with that shit. I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, pepper hot, not cinnamon hot. Next up, though, Exodus says Oxie has the candy preference of a kid who got whatever was left in the bottom of the bowl because he got there late. Whoppers are a
Wow.
bad imitation of Maltesers.
Wow.
Exodus
Dude,
coming throwing
listen,
hands, dude.
sometimes in this industry, you just get fucking dunked on, and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't even have a follow-up to that. He said, "Hey, you have the candy preferences of a bitch loser kid." You're just like, what? I don't even have a follow-up. There's nothing I can say in reply to that. Sometimes you just get got. I don't know. That's
damn. Got you, boy. Oh man. Well, we should move on though.
Stop. He's already dead.
Next up, Busta says, not sure what chat's on about. 100-gram bars are an easy S tier all day. I didn't get any 100-gram bars this time. But I think, don't you like those, Oxie? We put them in the S tier, right? Or at least the A tier? Can't remember.
Yeah. I wanted them in S, but
they are an S.
I was told no.
Cheesy Cheerios up next, and they say, I'm from Australia, and I have no clue what 3/4 of the candies are. You should try some Australian candies, though. I'd love to send you some to try them out. This reminds me, Ninja Crumpet in the Xpwaste chat on Discord says, you should do an international Halloween candy list next year. And that, it's really hard to rank candies you've never eaten.
Yeah, I think that's usually what we get is people are like, oh my God, you should totally try this candy. I'm like, where do you buy it? Like Brussels? I'm like,
yeah.
Where else? They're like, yeah, they're all over Western Europe. I'm like, I don't know if it's the way I look or the way I sound. That maybe I live in Michigan. I can't get that. So here's the deal. If you guys want to send us international candies, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Michael is never going to say no to free candy. Michael is genuinely never going to say no to free candy. You guys can send him all the candy in the world. He won't say no. And if you send it to us, I guess we'll try it and we'll maybe live rank it. But
we could do that.
If you show us some random candies that we've never seen before, we're not going to have an idea, because I've seen some candies that are hold on, I'm going to look it up. European sewer rat candy?
Sewer rat candy.
Yeah, I swear to God, it's a thing. They're things. We found them when we were in Prague. We found them when we were in Copenhagen. We found them in Copenhagen, and it was like a fucking rat.
Ew.
At a dumpster or something. And that was the whole premise of the candy.
Interesting.
It was dumpster rat candy, and it sucked. So searching European sewer rat candy did not give me what I wanted.
What did you think?
But
long story short, send us your candy and we'll try it. We'll try it. I promise we'll try it. We got to move on though. Next up, Alter Human says, best candy, Reese's of any kind in Jolly Ranchers, and the worst candy is Swedish Fish and Dots. I reluctantly ate a Swedish Fish just so I could say I could, and they're still
great,
not great.
It?
No. Meh.
Wrong.
Meh at best. I believe this next one is our good friend Fizzle, and she says, Smarties are to Halloween as cranberry sauce is to Thanksgiving. Not something I'm getting any other time of year, but absolutely necessary for the holiday to be complete. S tier candy. Funny enough, my wife would agree. She goes goes crazy for Smarties, apparently. I did not know that. But it was a very sad day because she had one Smarties pack left, and I think our dogs ate it. So, RIP Smarties. Next up, Scared Celtic says, favorite candy bar, Zagnut. Favorite chocolate bar, Three Musketeers. And favorite gummy is Swedish Fish. And they add at the end, they say, but when is Michael not sick? Scared
Thank you.
Celtic, that's
right.
I'm always sick. So it's like having a kid in a daycare situation gets you. A weak immune system. Because you're sharing your immune system with 25 other toddlers. So I'm always sick. Next up, Zach says, fellow psychopath here. Yes to the big old bite, even out of the sharing size Kit Kat. And Oxie, as I type this, you just saved yourself from me calling you a boomer over not having at least one mint chocolate Kit Kat by putting 100 graham bars in the S tier. Get out of here, recording booth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At least some members of the community are cultured when it comes to good candy.
Facts.
Even Tiki just said he loves 100 gram. Where were you a few weeks ago, Tiki?
Come on, Tiki.
Dang.
I'm pretty sure Tiki was clowning on us and said that F tier just to go with the crowd. Sounds like a Tiki thing
I
to
didn't
do.
think Tiki was here.
Oh, is he in
Vegas?
Oh, he's in
Maybe.
Vegas. Oh, interesting.
Tiki's too cool. He's in Vegas. I see.
We do have a few more to get here. So moving on, Dustin says, I hate most artificial flavors, but banana is goat. Interesting. Lost respect for Michael after this one. Damn, Dustin. Why you got bad taste? That's all I got to say. Artificial banana, not where it's at. Next up, though, Taylor says, the fact that Dots got anything above the F tier is a crime. Fuck those lightly sweetened earplugs.
That is factually correct.
They say, anyway.
Fuck those lightly sweetened earplugs. That's a great way to word it.
Lightly sweetened earplugs. I mean, I ate earplugs. They were great. Anyway, my favorite Halloween candy is Swedish Fish, and I will fight anyone about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you go
Thank
from
you.
Swedish
Thank
Fish
you.
to Dots? They're kind of the same. They're both gummy.
Yeah, but one
Not
of them
really
sucks,
gummy.
and the other one is
Yeah.
Swedish Fish. Am I right?
Yeah. Next up, Jacob says, the Three Musketeers hate made me heated. They're so good and so fluffy. And now I see another comment hitting on Swedish Fish. Oh man, I am not prepared for when I get to that part. Damn. No, I've eaten a few Three Musketeers bars, and I gotta say, like, they're not the worst. But I'm only consuming them in the tiny little squares. The little squares, like basically one bite. And that's about all I can handle at one time. Like, I would never in my life buy a full bar of a Three Musketeers. It's just like crazy.
Last night, when driving home from my long day, I was in the car with the missus, and we were talking about this episode, and we're like, yeah, we'll just listen to it. Why not? Like, listen to it on the way home, because she's really wanting to listen to it to hear the opinion. This is one of the few non-RuneScape episodes she was excited to tune into. We got maybe 10 minutes in, and she paused the episode and looked over at me and was like, why aren't Reese's in the S tier? What do you mean the little ones are better than the big ones? Kept going, and we got to the Three Musketeers part, and she's like, hold on. What do you mean?
Oh no.
The Three Musketeers are like not good. Like, she literally was like, Three Musketeers are like one of my favorites. I'm like,
no.
I'm sorry you had a traumatic childhood that you like, It's like, I didn't. I like Three Musketeers. I'm like, no child should enjoy Three Musketeers, but sure enough, here we are. But yeah, no, I got a little heat from the missus for our Three Musketeers opinions.
Sorry,
So,
missus.
all day today, I kept getting pictures of like, look at the candy that I picked out for myself like an adult. Like,
Is it Three Musketeers?
it was all Three Musketeers bars.
Well, hey, somebody's got to eat them. So glad she's taking one for the team. Thanks, Queen. Next up, Legendary says, I'm with Michael on Swedish Fish. It belongs in the bin, but Oxie needs a new co-host for what Michael did to Butterfingers.
Thank you.
SMH.
Thank you.
Are you auditioning people as we speak? Do you have anybody that
Yeah, there's two
likes
people. There's two
Butterfingers?
people in the recording booth right now. So far, it's Tiki and Fear Garden are my volunteerees.
Mm. Well, you guys have fun editing the show.
Oh no, you're still editing the show.
Oh,
You're just
no.
no longer on the front end.
Well, I'm demand a raise in pay. Anyway,
How about paydays, the candy bars?
Oh,
instead? You
okay.
keep them
Okay.
I knew Fear was going to send that gotta go.
Okay.
Fear said, gotta go.
Gotta go. Next up, Rummy Tumbles says, I like Bit of Honeys and those weird peanut butter taffies in the black and orange wax paper. I can't believe I spent my entire childhood trying to ditch them. Okay. Bit of honey? Can't say I have one. But you do you, King. We got a couple more here. Next up, Alex says, sorry, peanut M&Ms slap. Especially slap the shit out of Reese's Pieces. End
Wrong.
of sentence. Oxie, come at me, baby girl.
Sold.
And finally, Land Donger says, I just have to say this before I listen. I don't trust Oxie's list of candy. Anyone with his opinion of deviled eggs is in on the no trust list. And then they commented, they followed up their comment and said, I'm halfway. I take back everything I said. Well, at least you can recognize when you're wrong. And that's growth. That's it for Spotify. I think that was a bulk of the replies. We have a few left on YouTube where we asked you the same question. What is your favorite Halloween candy? First up, Hayes Shays says 100-gram bar is by par the best candy. You get a mix of everything. It's like a 4-in-1. Unk candy, Unk candy bar has me dead. 100 grand is superior. We put it in the S tier, right? We did.
100 grand? No, we put it in the A tier because you're like,
Oh,
I don't like the caramel. Like it's stuck in my teeth.
Well,
and
I'm
I
gonna-
went, don't be a bitch. And you went, no, I don't want this in the B tier or C tier. So I said, okay, A tier compromise. And you went, fine. That's a 98% accurate reenactment of how that conversation went.
well, I will
I will
commit
say-
to trying it again.
That episode has so far been like my favorite episode that we have done.
Yeah, I agree.
That episode is probably the best episode of the year at this point. Like it's very rare that I listen back through an episode and genuinely enjoy it because like I'm there, you know, like I
Yeah.
already know what happens. But going back through, like actually chuckling multiple times that are like back and forth, it's a pretty good episode. It's up there with content that we've made for sure. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, I liked it. I definitely would say it's up there on some of my favorite episodes. Like anytime we can get a fresh tier list going that you and I genuinely disagree on some parts makes it
Mhm.
just like, not that us fighting is the best content ever, but it's fun to like play argue with you and make you choose between your two children and then get a video of you. I'm sorry, little one, with the Butterfinger. Or was it the Whopper? It was the Whopper.
The why I shot them. Did you put that in the episode?
I did not.
I was just say I haven't gotten that far, but I don't know
I
if
did
you
not.
yeah.
That's from me only. But we're gonna move on. We have some replies on YouTube. I already read one, so we're gonna get to the next one. Ben Jammin says, Reese's is my go-to. I like Reese's, and they're not crunchy. Next up, though, Satch Mothcat says, Candy Thong from Spencer's Gifts.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo. This one's a heater, okay? We're going to get some shit for this one. Schmidt-Stain says, Reese's Take 5 is one of the best candies of all time. Also, I know we play a children's clicking game, but we're not 6 years old anymore. It's pronounced Reese's, not Reese's.
Oh my God.
You two should have to
Yeah.
go back to college and retake English 101 for pronouncing Reese's Pieces. Whenever either of you said that, it made me wish I didn't have ear holes.
Okay, I will say the missus said the exact same thing. There was a heated
Really?
debate in the oh my god, yeah, there was a heated like conversation in the Xpwaste chat the day the episode came out about how we said Reese's Pieces or Reese PC or whatever. Because I
Reese's
think
Pieces.
like listening back to the episode, you say Reese PC, you're confused why it's in the S tier.
Yeah.
And I think that like derailed the entire thing. Cause I even said like after the fact, I'm like, Reese's Pieces. No? Like it makes sense. Like Reese's Cup, Reese's Pieces. And then I listened to the episode and I call it Reese PC. I'm like, fuck did I do that? So it's entirely
me.
Michael's fault.
It's me.
It's entirely Michael's fault. I'm like, I've done more school than most people, period. I don't need to go back. I don't want to go back. Please don't make me go back. I don't think I can do it. Please, I'm begging you. But at the same time, yeah, we did say that a lot, and people were. There's like a genuine debate about it in the Xpwaste chat.
I saw
on
that.
Discord. You should
Yep,
check it out.
I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because then somebody, I replied to one of the comments with an audio message, and they're like, they're literally the same syllables. It's the same amount of syllables. Just say it right. And I said, and I replied, I said, Reese's Pieces. Reese Piecey. They're not the same. Reese Piecey is so much more fun to say. And it's correct. So I'm sorry, Schmidtstain. I apologize.
I think you're half right on the fun. I also just don't think you're right on the correct part.
Reese's Pieces. Okay, we'll leave you with that one. Next up, Spencer says, I can't say it on a family-friendly podcast. Oh. Huh?
Are they the gummy dicks?
Oh, maybe. Oxie said it for you, Spencer. Anyway, next up, Dosito says, Twix all day. That's the first Twix we've gotten. Twix is genuinely S tier. Genuinely.
Twix is some good
So
shit.
good. My son tried a Twix for the first time today, and he ate it, and he goes, and all he gives is a thumbs up. Just a silent thumbs up. I'm like, my boy. Hell yeah, brother. He also likes Kit Kats too. He tried those for the first time. Very proud of him. Moving on. Next up, Arctis Hers says, y'all broke my heart by putting all my favorite candies in the bottom tier. I happen to like black licorice.
I was gonna say this guy's got to be 80 fucking years old. There's no way.
So of course, I love Good and Plenty. My dad always had black licorice because his kids hated it until I learned to love it so I could have free candy. And they edit their comment. They say, another comment brought up the Take 5, and I was reminded of the Reese's Fast Break. S tier, 10 out of 10. Better than Good and Plenty. No notes. I think this next one is Swole. So next up, Swole says, my favorite is the Troll Sour Geckos. The big ones are the best, but the Troll Sour Worms also bang.
The trolley worms are incredible.
Oh, the Trolley. Sorry, Trolley. I said Troll.
I was saying, yeah, TROLLY, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. TROLLI.
Spectacular. Yeah, LLI. That's what I meant.
My brain just like erased the little I.
I know it did. Your brain erases letters a lot.
It does.
It's okay, baby girl.
It does. Okay, we got this last one here, and it is a long one, so just sit tight. Namdeck says, have you ever heard the tragedy of Michael from Xpwaste? I thought not. It's not a story the candy companies would tell you. Michael was a good podcast host, so powerful and so wise, he could influence his listeners to waste XP, but not his taste buds. He had such strong opinions that he could even convince others that Butterfingers are bad. He became so certain, so absolute in his hatred of that flaky, peanut buttery perfection that he failed to see the truth, that Butterfingers are in fact delicious. He could criticize candy so passionately, yet never open his heart or his mouth to their sweet, crunchy glory. Ironically, he could ruin others' enjoyment of Butterfingers, but not his own credibility.
Ironic. Could ruin others' enjoyment of Butterfingers, but not his own credibility. Don't worry. I got you. I get the reference. I don't know if Michael does. I don't know if Michael's that cool.
I don't get it. I don't know ball.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. What do you mean?
A podcast host of wrong opinions slain by his own snack bias. Moist Sean again needed to put this on YouTube since Spotify has a character limit. Okay, Oxie, what is it from? Enlighten me.
No.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Tiki?
Damn it, T. Keep
Is
your
it from
mouth
Star
shut.
Wars?
Oh God.
Is it really?
No,
Which
it's
one?
time to gatekeep, you guys. It's time to gatekeep.
Anyway, that is it. That's the community question, folks. Thank you so much for answering last week's question. Topping off one of the most fun episodes we've done all year with some of the best answers we've gotten thus far. One that even put Oxie in his seat. That was last week's question. This week's question will be, how many planks do you have in your bank? I'm just curious. How many planks, how many nails are in your bank right now? You can answer that question in the comment section on Spotify and under the pinned comment of this YouTube video.
And what are you trying to hoard? So we actually have content for next week's community question. What are you trying to hoard for sailing?
Yeah, I mean, you could answer it in a roundabout way like that. I'm going to throw it on over now to the only co-host who has ever been sat. Oxie, take it away, my friend.
Sat by what? I do the podcast sitting down.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm doing a scroll box right now, but we're here. It is time for achievement of the week. What do you think, Michael? What category are we starting with this week?
Miscellaneous.
All right, we're starting with the miscellaneous category this week. Kicking us off in the miscellaneous category, we have 3 quest capes this week. We have Dicky Bird, TNL Coldfire, a name we've not seen in a long time, and Ketone, finally stopped milking, got their quest cape. So we have 3 quest capes. We also have 1 diary cape with Mr. I Poop Liquids and 1 music cape with Fortimus. I also think last week that I called out Melvin Man for getting married when I 100% meant sibling. I don't know why.
No.
I think I looked at the picture of sibling and my brain said Melvin Man. And I don't think that that's correct. Unless Melvin Man also got married, in which case that is a wild coincidence. But I don't think he did in hindsight. Melvin Man's fiance in shambles. I mean, Melvin Man's fiance shouldn't have a fiance that looks a lot like sibling. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, Mrs. Melvin Man. Melvin ma'am? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Melvin Man is already married.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think I fucked it up. Because someone posted something. It was like, no way I actually didn't shout me out. And I looked at the picture and I went, definitely did. Definitely saw those pictures. And then went back in the thing and went, I don't think I shouted out the right person. I think I might just be a fucking idiot. So,
Autopilot.
hell yeah. Anyways, moving on over to the skilling category this week, I guess. I love looking at the skilling category and just one of the most powerful names I've seen in a long time. It just opens us up. Girthquake has achieved 99 strength. He put his in-game name on there. I don't even know what his in-game name is because I just breezed past it because I've seen it on the show before. I know Girthquake has had an achievement on here before. Nothing's gonna beat Girthquake. Nothing beats Girthquake. Girthquake got 99 strength. Hutch A achieved 99 wood cutting. Christian V achieved 99 strength. Fizzman achieved 99 cooking and 99 strength. He's also been banned from the Discord.
But it was different.
Nope, not the first one.
Oh, damn.
He's been banned from the Discord, as well as all the other sons of bitches that went with him. You're all banned. Lemonian achieved 99 construction and 99 smithing. White Light West, that's a hard one to say quickly, achieved 99 magic and 2k total. Vexy achieved 99 wood cutting. Pucktech achieved 99 cooking. You know who you are.
You wrote it.
Nick F achieved 99 wood cutting. And Ketone with the double this week with also 99 wood cutting. And then finally, Voltoro achieved 2200 total level this week. Pretty achieved week in skilling. Pretty achieved week in skilling. We're doing some cool stuff before sailing comes out. Finally, going into the combat category this week, Buckley Boyo got their fire cape for the first time. Huge achievement. We love a first fire cape around here. Diggy NP, and not with just the double, folks. The triple this week. Ketone killed Zulra for the first time and got a triple. We haven't seen one of those in forever.
Let's go.
Right? Haven't seen one of those in forever. An achievement in all 3 categories. Additionally, speaking of double, you heard him once, you've heard him again. Our boy Girthquake.
Let's go.
Got the medium combat achievements done. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
That's a girthy achievement.
Additionally, Bend Over Please and Dice both got the hard combat achievements done. And capping us off with another double, Fizzman got the elite combat achievements done as well. That is everyone who achieved something. Congratulations for achieving something, for doing the awesome things that you do. You guys are awesome. If you did something awesome and you want to tell us about it, head over to our Discord, discord.gg/OSRSTNL. Post about it in the levels and achievements chat, and we will shout it out if it is something that is something we shout out. 99s, capes of accomplishment, impressive like kits or anything like that. That is the kind of stuff that we tend to shout out. But that doesn't mean that it can't be shouted out. For example, we have a very exciting announcement from our boy Tiki. He's actually so stoked about this He hit 1,000 corrupted gauntlet KC
Oh no.
with no enhanced crystal weapon seed. So drops are not achievements, but it's an achievement to do. I think he texted me earlier. It's something like 210-ish hours of corrupted gauntlet to get that done.
Gosh.
So truly, truly insane. But you could post about something like that. Your egregious amount of time spent at a boss. You could post about other random skilling level up achievements. You could post about, an Infernal Max Cape. I don't care. Post about whatever. Doesn't have to be the coolest achievement in the world. It just has to be something you think is awesome. And do that. We have the best Discord in the world. It's Monday night and nobody's in VC because it's 10:15 on a Monday. But still, it's a great place to be. It's 10:15 on a Monday. It's time to wrap it up. It's time to go home. Damn near. But can't go home just yet because we got one last thing to do. One last little fun question. And then we're out of here. Michael, my friend, do you have a fun question for us this week?
I do, and I want you to pick a hand, left or right.
I'm gonna go with right.
Okay. We have 2 postcards. We got one up, one on deck for next week. This one is from Edinburgh. Beautiful city.
Okay.
Edinburgh. This one is from our friend Ulkie. Hi, Ulkie.
Oh, what a guy. Okay.
All right. Ulkie says, "Hello, boys. I'm in Scotland celebrating an anniversary with my partner." It always sucks whenever they stamp over what people write.
Oh, you've made him read.
No, they stamped over what he wrote. Okay, I get it. "So naturally, I thought of you. As an experienced world traveler, Edinburgh is definitely one of the prettiest, most convenient, and overall nicest cities I've ever been to. Which brings me to my fun question. What real world city would you make into an OSRS expansion? Edinburgh has a cool ass castle on a big rock, agility tests throughout. It's very hilly, and a beautiful architecture. I'd love to see it in the game. Much love, Ulkie." Beautiful. Beautiful question. What real world city would you make into an OSRS expansion? I think it would be absolutely wild if suddenly there was a city like New York or Chicago, just tall ass buildings everywhere. It wouldn't fit the theme, but I would like to see what the developers could come up with to make like an actual skyscraper like city in OSRS. I think we have like big cities. Like we have Varrock, we have Falador. Falador's not that big, but like we have Prith. Prith is massive. But places like Varrock, it's like extremely run down in major parts of it. So it's bustling, but it's also kind of shitty. Ardoin is a huge city, by the way. That one, beautiful city. West Arty could use some work. But yeah, a city like New York, something huge, but then like have this random, Central Park. Just have this random park in the middle that has maybe some fishing, something. I picked New York because that's like the most recent different city that I visited. Oh, something like a port city would be fun too. Like where you could sail to it. So something like San Francisco or something along the coast. You have some ports. Maybe you go under some cool bridges with your boat. I don't think we have any bridges that you can sail under in RuneScape. Like the most prominent bridge is the one to the Wizard's Tower, but you cannot sail underneath it. I don't even think you can get a dinghy underneath it. So something with like a big city with big bridges would be cool.
Bro, I like my bridges big. I like my britches big.
Yeah.
Big bridges, big britches. You're in good hands. Anyways, I mentioned it earlier, Copenhagen.
Oh.
I think Copenhagen would be super cool because I pulled up a map of it. I've been to Copenhagen before. Beautiful city. Absolutely gorgeous city. So I went there 2022, I think. Absolutely loved it. It is a beautiful city. It's very aesthetic, very cool. I'm thinking like because Copenhagen is known for all these little like various havens, obviously. Like Nijhaven comes to mind. Nijhaven was beautiful. Loved it over there. I think it would be a really cool sailing town. Like you sail there and then you like dock. You dock around like, I don't know. I'm just looking at a map right now. You dock around like Nordhaven and then you can take a smaller boat through the rest of the Copenhagen area, through like all the little other canals and things like that run throughout the city. I think that would be really cool. Copenhagen, just from the aesthetic of it, gives very like craftsman vibes. So if I was putting it in the game, I think it would be a hub for almost like an art. It's like be like an artisan hub, you know, where all the artisan skills could have various like contract style mini games that you could do, you know, like crafting jobs and like cooking orders, things like that. Nothing where you have to like run super far, right? Just like think of like fun training mini games. Maybe there's some fun like POH rewards. So every room in your POH or like the exterior of your POH rooms can look like, if you look up Copenhagen, one of the first images you'll see is of all the houses lined up next to each other. That kind of like that very pretty rainbow-esque architecture. Like maybe your POH can have something. Like if you're looking at it from outside the rooms, not outside the portal, but like, you know how your rooms all have like wall textures?
Yeah.
Maybe the wall textures, like that's a thing you got to earn enough like artisan respect from the people of the city. And then across the canal in Christiania, I've also been over there. I've also been over there to, it's Christian Heaven, Christiania, the Freetown. It's an experience over there. Pretty chill, but you just, you know, hang out and people are doing drugs. Not like crazy hard. You buy crazy hard drugs, but nobody's like, you know, shooting up in the streets or anything like that. But I've been to Christiania and it's tough for me because it feels like I'm doing a disservice. Like, oh, they do drugs over there. It must be crime. But like, if you've been to Christiania before, Thieving Guild kind of would go pretty hard.
Okay.
Right. Like Thieving Guild with the intention that like all these snobby fucking merchants have come in and have disregarded all of our local art and have disregarded all of our local food, and all these snobby fucking merchants like, oh, we're coming here to like, you know, spread culture or whatever. And in the Thieving Guild across the canal in Christiania is like, steal that shit. Just fucking go take it and then replace it with something better. Like break into the art museums and replace it with some like actual true art or something like that. Like that could be a cool little series of mini quests.
Yeah, I dig it.
That you would do within Christiania. I think that'd be pretty awesome. So that would be what comes to mind for me.
I just want to make a quick editor's note. Did I say Edinburgh? Is it Edinburgh? Did I put an O on the end? Is it Edinburgh?
It's Edinburgh.
Okay, good.
Whew. To my knowledge, yes.
Because there's no O on the end of that. Edinburgh?
Yeah, I know.
Edinburgh? I just want to make sure I'm not offending anyone. Oh, I love the colorful houses. You're right. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that aesthetic,
bro,
for the walls of your POH, that'd be super cool.
Where is this again?
Copenhagen in Denmark.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which, just across the way in Sweden, you can take the train across, and I'm pretty sure when you cross into Sweden, you can get to Oxie.
Oh.
You can get to Oxie, Sweden, which is not far from Copenhagen. You just got to take the train over to, what city is this? Holma? Hamnen? Something like that? Malmo. You take the train over to Malmo, Sweden. And just outside Malmo is Oxie, Sweden. Not pronounced Oxie. If you go over there and you tell the cab driver, I want to get to Oxie, they're going to look at you like you're fucking crazy. Because that is not how you pronounce it. We found out the hard way.
Did you get laughed at?
It's not how... Yeah, it's not even laughed at. It's just like genuine confusion.
Oh.
They're like, what? Like, yeah, we want to go to Oxie. They're like... And then, like, my dad, like, typed it out Like, you want to go here? They're like, oh, Oxie. We're like,
Oh.
never would have fucking guessed
Oxie.
that. So yeah, that's a fun little side tangent for
Nice.
you. You can go to Oxie, Sweden. I don't know. Then my name can be immortalized in the game. And that guy will still want like 6 bill for it or whatever dumbass amount he wants.
One day, Oxie. One day. Well, thank you so much.
If I cared that much, I would get it. But
Sure.
alas.
Sure. Well, thank you, Oki, for the beautiful postcard from Edinburgh, however you say it. We appreciate you.
I'm gonna look. Here's the deal. I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. That's what came to mind first.
I'm pretty sure it's Edinburgh, Scotland. But how do you I'm trying to figure out how you.
Tiki just confirmed it is Edinburgh. So thank you, Tiki. While you're doing that, I'm going to end the fun question section. Thank you so much again for sending us that postcard. If you want to send us a fun question, you can do so many ways. We have a P.O. box where you can send us a postcard from wherever you live or wherever you've traveled. That's our favorite way of getting a fun question. Or you can post it in the Discord if you're a member of our Patreon. We have a fun questions channel. Or you can just try and get it to us however you'd like. You can email it. You can send it a DM. You can post in the Xpwaste chat. One day we'll find it and we'll answer it. But that is the fun question. Thank you so much.
All right, folks. That's the fun question. That means that's the episode. We're going to wrap things up here. How we've been recording for an hour is beyond me. But here we are. The second half of the episode. Time flies when you're having fun with your best friend Michael talking about RuneScape, Give us a listen. Obviously you did. You're at the end of the episode. Give us a listen more. There's a link tree in the description. Go do all of the social media algorithm things. And then listen to more of our podcast and share it around. Tell your friends, hey, the 2 hottest guys on the internet have a controversial episode about Halloween candy. And just see what people do, See what they do. And it'll be all worth it. I don't have anything else to say. That's where we're going to end the episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.